that. I think that's good enough. Yeah, got it over there. I always have to check this spot. I always forget that. Okay, so these are the colors. I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. Some of them are left over from the last painting. So burnt umber, burnt sienna, ivory black, ultramarine blue, titanium white, cad yellow light, Indian yellow, yellow ochre, naphthol red. So with that, shall we get started? There's yellow in this brush. So I'm just going to wipe out a little bit before I put in a blue sky. Maybe I'll use this other brush here. It's a little more brown. Should look okay with blue though. Brown and blue makes something. We're just going to throw in. Oh, I do want to do a sketch. Let me do the sketch first. Quick sketch, quick sketch. That little touch of black. I said I always use. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. Or not super interesting, but. All right, so we got one line of trees back there. We got another line of trees in here. And these ones are bigger. And there's a big black spot here, like dark spot on the trees, on the tree line. Probably like pitch black. And then up here, we go. This is all rocks. And we're going to have little round rocks up there. So that's the plan. We'll see how it works. We'll see how it works. Hopefully it works well, but you never know. I think I put blue on this already, but I'll add a little bit more. Ultramarine blue is a nice color. Go across the top. Add some more blue. Go across from the left. Work down. A little bit more blue. Try and work it deeper in because we're picking up some of them weird browns. Then we'll go down here. This brush is getting all kinds of poofy on me, puffing out. There's a hair, as usual. And we'll blend him back and forth, just like that. There we go. Nice looking sky. There's a hair. All right. I think there might have been some ochre in there too. Don't look too bad. I think if your channel is monetized, you have a better chance of it being recommended. Yeah, that's probably true as well. Because they want to get more traffic to the monetized channels. That makes sense. Yeah. I probably got a while before I can monetize it. It was like when I first started the channel, I had some weird event where I got like a bunch of subscribers out of nowhere, and it was over 1,000, but then they all went away. It went down to like 400 or 300 something. I don't know what happened there. Probably a bug of some kind. I'm gonna add in some clouds. I think there's some umber in here. I might actually add some sienna to this. Where do we want to put these clouds? Let's put them up here. They look nice up here. They're not very big, you know, a little bit like that. And maybe it comes this way. Another one. Comes back down, up there, and then down this way. There's another one. And some up here. Some little tiny ones floating around. Wispy ones flying. Do whatever. I don't even know. I don't even know. They just do whatever. And we gotta blend them out. But not with that yellow color. You can use, I say this all the time, but you can use like blender brush to do this 2-inch brush. really anything to blend out your clouds. Just make sure the back of them are blended. That's all that matters. That's all I think matters. Maybe you think something else matters, that's okay too. Ooh. I like that cloud. I like this edge up here. I like that. Alright, blend out the backs of this one. I'm just doing circles kind of away from the front. I don't know if that makes sense. So like on this one, I blend clockwise. On these ones, I blend counterclockwise. That's just how I do it. I don't know if it actually matters, but I just found that I do that. I don't know why. It's just always been the way I did it. Okay, that's a nice little sky here. Nice little clouds here flying around. That's all we're going to do for the sky. You don't really need much. We'll have a few lines of trees in the back though. I got to figure out. I gotta just crack this brush. Maybe. Alright. Got some paint on my thumb. Oh well. Let's add in these background trees with the 2-inch brush. I'm just going to use black and blue for this. Maybe the whole painting really. I don't know. Black and blue. And then we'll add some white. Lighten it up. That might be too light. We'll see. We'll see how this comes out. Oh, that's okay. One out the bottom. Fix that edge a little bit. It's a little too aggressive there. Pull up, make it look like little trees. Here we go. Got the hair. Oh, we ruined it. We ruined it. Oh, we ruined it. We gotta make it a little taller now. Okay, that's fine. All right, let's add in another layer here. I think after you get 1,000, YouTube recommends them. Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. I have noticed less bots though, which I'm happy about. The bots were driving me just crazy for a while. There's just so many comments that they left, and it's just like, oh, leave me alone, these bots. But it hasn't happened in a little while, so I've been pretty happy with that. Alright, let's use some more of that blue and black mixture. This one might need to be a little bit darker. Add some more blue and some more black. There we go. Right here, let's do one in the middle. It's okay to go over the lines too. The sketch lines. No need to freak out if we go over those. Alright, there's our little 2 tree lines here. This one could be a little more straight. Alright, now we gotta add in some really dark trees. Gotta go for now, bye. No worries, Paul. Thanks for stopping in. Always good to see you. do some darker trees here. Background trees. But I do want to add in the really dark spot here before I get too started. These are going to be really tall trees. So just a spot in between them. And it'll look weird at first, but I'm hoping it makes sense after I do it. What I'm doing. There we go. And I'm just pushing in. So I need some really dark spots first. I think I need some over here too. And then just push up and swirl. Make it look like trees. Alright, now I'll go over here and add some blue. This is the 1-inch brush. I don't know if I said I was using that, but that's what I'm using here. Now we can add in the tops. And if I was thinking before this, I would have used liquid black or magic black here. That's what I would have used before going in. Those. Now we gotta do this little in-between section here. In between the darks. I don't know if this is darker than that though. It might actually be. We gotta make this look like the top of trees somehow. We got blue. Okay. Those are like tree line-ish type thing there. Let's add in a little bit of a highlight there over top, maybe just the very top around the blacks that we put in. That's the goal. Maybe we'll do that. Might need some oil here, but we'll see if it sticks first. If it don't, then I'll throw in I just use magic white. That always works. There we go. Hopefully I don't spill it. There we go. Some magic white. Into the blue. Light blue. This wasn't going to be a winter painting, but I guess it's kind of looking like one. There we go. Just the tops. The very tops. I don't know if you're doing the tops of trees, if you have to, the light would just be through the top, so I don't know if you really have to worry about the direction as much. Because normally you have to like think, do I highlight from that side or do I highlight from that side? But since we're doing the tops, I don't really know. I don't really know if we have to, because everything's highlighted. Maybe some come down here, right on the edge of that black. Some here. Some over on the edge. Just mash in. Okay. All right. Then we're going to throw in rocks. We're going to throw in the base rock. Not rocks plural yet. I'm going to wipe this brush off because I don't know if I'll need it. I think I will here in a minute. I feel like there's a hair. Is this a hair? Yep, that's a hair. It's right in the middle. Did we get it? Yep, we got it. Okay. Risky business there. All right. So there's our background, I guess. It's interesting. We'll see how it goes. Need one more towel, probably. All right, let's throw in some rocks. For this, do I have a large flat brush? I don't believe I do. Oh, I do. I do have one over here. Let's use this. It's just Alexander. It's used for petals, I think floral paintings, but I don't really do florals, so I use it for rocks. Let's just do this edge first. I really just need the dark color in first, and then I can highlight it and make it look more rocky. Two-inch brush would probably work too. Two, yeah. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. This is gonna be too slow if we do it that way. All right, we gotta highlight this edge here. I don't want it to be so dark, that dark. Maybe we do all the rocks with the flat brush. I haven't done that before. Try new things. I don't know, what do y'all think? What does everyone think? I did learn a trick recently where you can do footsteps in sand with a flat brush, which I thought was interesting. I'll have to try that eventually. I haven't done it yet, but I saw it on the Alexander art video they did. Alright, just making sure I got all these the weaves of the canvas filled in, because there's some gaps here and I don't like gaps in my canvas or in my paints when I'm doing this. Okay, now I gotta add in these big rocks. Big old round rocks. So if we're doing round rocks, probably don't want to use the flat brush. Probably want to use a filbert. I mean, I could use a palette knife, but I don't know. I do palette knife stuff all the time. This is about learning, trying new things. That's what we're doing. Alright, I think that one's done for now. Put them back over there. Grab a, excuse me. Sorry about that. Filbert, what time is this? Number 6, filbert brush. Not used. Let's make sure there's no hairs. Oh, there's one here. It's the problem with new brushes. They get loose hairs that pop out. Should have done that before. Okay. Let's add in some rocks. And this time the light, I guess, wouldn't matter, so we have to think about it. So it's kind of, it's more on this side, so I would say it's coming from that direction. So we just have to remember that when we're doing these. Let's put in some shadows of these. There's a big one. Where's the big one? I don't know. It doesn't actually matter. We're not trying to be photorealistic. Maybe there's a big one here. This is the shadow of him, so he's going to be big rock. Another big one over here, so put a shadow over here. Big shadow. How big is he? I don't know. Maybe he's just huge. Maybe he goes like up to the mountain, or the front of the mountain. And we'll do one more over here, but he can stay on the side. And then we'll do a few small ones across the middle. And these are the elephant rocks. Not to scale, but they're just really round, big rocks that sit here at the edge of this cliff. It's very interesting. Okay, there's our rough outlines. Just got back. My goodness, this is beautiful. No worries, Paul. Did I just ruin it with these blobs of color? That's what they say. I don't know if anyone watches the Bob Ross stream on Twitch, but they'll just say ruined. It cracks me up. Ruined. It's very hard to ruin a painting when you use this technique, I feel. I don't know that I ever have, but I don't want to jinx it. There's always, there's always potential. All right. Let's see. I need that color. This is just ultramarine and ivory black, but it needs to be lighter when we're doing the rock. So the actual rock is what we're doing now. So let's try that. That's a little too dark still, I think, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe I was just reading too much into it. Which one do we want to do first? Let's do this one. He's big. He's a big rock. He's over here. Big round rock. We're putting in the dark first. So we got the shadow down there. Round. You gotta remember, round. We're doing round rocks, not jagged rocks, round rocks. And the light's coming from the right, so I gotta remember that. Big round rock. Alright, there's a shape. There's a shape and a shadow. Now we take some white. We go around the edge. I haven't done rocks like this since 2021. So we'll see how this works. Big round rocks. Big round rocks. Without the palette knife. I think the last one I did like this was at the Kevin Hill class. Oh no. And there are some little knots in it, but for the most part it's just a big round rock. Big round rock. Smooth this out here because I don't want there to be a highlight on that side. I don't think. Not really. Just a little bit more white. Right here on this part. Okay. And then I'll just do a straight highlight around this like that. Big smooth rock. Alright. That's okay. Blending out the bottom. Where is this? This is Elephant Rocks. The Elephant Rocks in Missouri. I believe it's Missouri. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I believe it's in there's a park for these. These are big rocks in Missouri. Alright, there's a shadow. Alright, next one. We're going to do a few of these. Probably should have done the dark color first, but we can do that now. Let's just throw these in. There's little round ones here. You could also double load. Maybe we'll double load for one of them. Little one. Let's double load this last one. Or this one. Not this one. This one's he's a side rock. He's on the side just hanging out. Round rocks. Don't forget they're round. If I don't tell myself, I'm going to forget. Because you know me, I love making jagged mountain rocks and stuff. Maybe this one's a little more oblong. Oh, there I go, making them jagged. Can't be doing that. All right. This one a little bit round. A little bit rounded. There we go. I use a little more lopsided that way. This one over here on this side, let's make them a little bit bigger. Make them a little bit bigger, we gotta make the shadow bigger. Gotta remember. Big rocks have big shadows. Unless the sun's over top. But didn't I say I was gonna double load that one? Oh jeez, Nate, come on. Let's double load one of them. We can make a new rock. White. Black. Where? Here. There we go. Scrubbing the shadow. He's a little lopsided. Let's fix him up. There we go. There's our double loaded brush. Probably could have done them all that way and already been done, but we didn't, so that's okay. That's the easy way. That's the easy way to do it. All right, now we just gotta highlight him. Each one. Over here, we do this guy. Just kind of pushing in. Pushing in. A little too much on that, but that's okay. This one's very big, so gotta push really hard. This guy needs a little one, a little highlight. Maybe lean more towards the right, and then this one, he's just hanging out there. There we go. There we go. There's our elephant rocks. Now you just gotta blend out the back just a little bit. And to do that, I'm just pulling right to left. It should blend it enough without destroying it. In a little loop type motion. This one. And that one was good. We said he was good. All right. We'll do the backs here. Oh, I want to use the other brush for this. I need a softer brush. Love the distant mountain. Looks incredible. Thanks. Pull to the right. Pull to the left. Pull from the right, and from the left, and from the right. And I do that because it pulls this white paint into it, and it makes it stand out a little less. If I started and I pulled in, like if I started in the middle and pulled out, that would make the shadow bigger. I'm trying to make them small because they are a little too big, I think. This one's gonna be tricky because he's only touched the top of that one. That worked out. All right, now I just pulled that one. All right, what do we want to add now? I don't know. I think we're about done with this one. I said it was going to be a pretty simple one. So that's about it to it. I think that's about it. It's just a bunch of rocks. You want to add another rock? I don't know. Could add a little eagle or something. I say leave it how it is. Okay. You want to add a little eagle? I kind of want to add a little eagle. I don't know. I think it's the rocks are the focus, and the eagle might distract from it. We'll just sign it and call it there. All right, let's get the old. I think this is the too big. Yeah, this is the number 2 script liner. We'll put it up here. Hopefully, it doesn't destroy everything. If I'm gentle, it won't make a giant splash mark. There we go. Actually, do the eagle. All right, I'll do an eagle. I could do an eagle up here, a little tiny one. That's fine. I also don't know why I'm like very scared of touching the canvas when I'm painting like this. But a lot of painters, like, I know I've watched Robert Moore, and he'll actually stick his pinky down while he's painting. But I don't know why I don't do that. Feels like it would help add stability, which is something I need, because I have very, I don't know if you, sometimes my hands shake a little too much, especially when I'm using the script liner. And if I haven't eaten, but I had pizza, so I'm good to go. Alright. We're going to add a little eagle here, but they're going to be really far away. Really, really far away. Really, really, really far away. And yeah, for this one we only use blue, black, and white, and then red for the signature. So I might do another painting after this, but I don't know if I'll stream it, because we got all this paint left over. I don't want to waste it, you know. But it wouldn't be I don't even know what the next state is, so I wouldn't be ready for that one. I usually just look at pictures all week and then figure out what I'm going to paint from that. I like to add distant birds in the paintings. Yeah. They always help. Maybe if I put my hand down there. I don't know. I don't know. Does this work? It kind of works. There's one. I don't know how many I want to do. Maybe just a couple. They're pretty far. They're very far away. There we go. They're like flying back here somewhere. Really far. Alright, I think that's it for this one. Would anybody be interested in watching a really quick painting with the leftover paints? If not, I can end it there. But this is Elephant Rocks in Missouri. That was a fun one. Nice and easy.